Good. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm making this video specifically for my client. It's just going to be going over, like, you know, hey, because if someone asked me, hey, Chad, like, what does an average session, you know, with the dog look like? In this particular video, we're just going to be using some of these fun little tools, some of these elevated platforms, talk about some nuance, and hopefully you just pick up on a couple of things that are really tiny things, but are actually relatively big things in the grand scheme of things. Starting with, how am I holding the food when I'm training this dog, utilizing food as a motivating factor? Because what we have here is a dog that's really heavy on the lure. What that means is super food motivated, and he stays on the lure really nicely, which really, you know, ultimately makes things a lot nicer and a lot easier. Now, I don't know what they're telling you about that, but some dogs are a little more food driven than others, and it's just not as easy to do this with dogs who aren't food driven. Now, how to build food drive, how to build drive, that's a video for another time. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for that video. That will undoubtedly come in the future, because we have those dogs all the time, okay, and we have a lot to say about that. But just to give you a quick little example of what heavy on the lure looks like, first of all, I'm making this for my client. Like, when I'm training him, I want to hold the food in a way that's going to be as beneficial as it possibly can be. Now, I put the food right here in the palm of my hand like this, and I'll kind of like, depending how long I'm going to wait until I give it to him, use my thumb to hold the food in place until I actually open the floodgates and release the piece of food. So just basic luring technique. Bam, I gave it to him, okay? Now, typically I'm gonna give a marker word just before I give him the food, because it's here a marker, yes! Here the marker, you did it, get your payment. Yes is the terminal marker for you done your shit, okay? Yes, come get your food, come get your payment, okay? So just basic luring technique, into a heel, hand up, into a down, yes. Okay, so if I say yes, you guys personally, this is how I distinguish the difference between good and yes. Good is you're doing good, stay your ass right there, keep doing what you're doing. Yes is you did your job, come get your shit. So it's an in motion marker. Good. He's stationary. Good. Look back up at me, gave him food. Yes, in motion, come get your shit, okay? Does that make sense? Very easy to distinguish the difference. Listen, you could use your markers however you choose to. That's how I like to use my markers, because to me, it provides the most clarity in reference to what I want from the dog. Yes. Good. Do something different. Place. Yes. Good. Good. Sit. Good. Good. Here's something I really want you to keep in mind. Now, because the impulse control isn't that great in terms of holding a position too long, he's just a young guy, don't expect it to be all that amazing. I like to feed a lot. You see this back and forth? Sit. Good. I like to feed a lot, and then, yes. Okay, good. Yes, you did it, and then be done with it. I'm not in the business of suppressing shit, okay? I like to build up the ability to hold positions and to do the shit for longer durations. No. Yes. Okay, so we're not expecting him to have this ability to hold that shit for too long. Number one, the amount of repetitions haven't really been implemented. There's no substitution for how many reps it takes, okay? He's young. We've just started the process. Incremental wins, okay? So we get him up here. Good. Good. Now he's in a down. He's just offering this down, so I'm gonna pay him a bunch while he's in the down position, and he's holding the position. Now, if I just disengage, he's just gonna come right out of it, but I could reinforce, put him right back down. Good. 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 Yes. And I really wanna make a habit of releasing him from the position instead of him just sort of releasing on his own. Does that make sense? So I keep him there, release him, okay? So we're gonna, into the heel position. Easy way to get a dog to go from the front into the heel is to take a step back, lure him all the way back, bring your hand around, catch the dog right there. He's nice in a nice heel position. You'll oftentimes see me doing fancy feet work with heel. Good. With Joe. And a lot of that is because I've taught her back legs, which is also a video for another time, how to teach the dog the back legs. That's how you could really get some fancy shit going on, because they have a rear end awareness about them. They know that they can move either which way. But again, that's not for this video. What am I doing with an average session with this guy? What does it look like? Well, right now it looks like he's getting a drink of water, which is cool, and I'm gonna let him do that. And here's an opportunity for a recall. As soon as he's done drinking, I'm gonna try to encourage him to come back to me, perform the art of going from over there to over here, and I pay him for it. There's always opportunity for training, you guys. It's just a matter of like, are you aware of those opportunities? And the next step is, are you taking advantage of those opportunities? So I'm always thinking about, what can I do to help my dog get better? What can I do? Yes! Good boy! What can I do to continue forging our relationship in the way that, you know, that's going to coincide with, you know, the type of dog that I have envisioned in my mind? Because you don't just get that shit. You know, you have to earn that relationship, and it comes through lots of repetitions, lots of the type of really basic and fundamental shit that you're seeing right here in this video. But it's the time spent, it's the effort put forth, and it's what you're doing. And it doesn't really boil down to, you know, I'm talking about this session, like it doesn't have to be a 30-minute session. My sessions with these dogs, especially when they're younger, 5 to 10 minutes or however long it takes to feed a meal. So here I'm gonna say his name and try to get him to come back to me because he's over there sniffing and doing his own thing. Hey, Moose, yes, good boy. Big celebration, okay? If he turns and looks at you, you mark that shit with yes, because again, terminal marker, in motion marker, you did it, come get paid, okay? So we're marking the shit out of that. That's very important because yes is supposed to have a lot of power to it, okay? Now, if I had Joe out here, yes is extremely charged for her. So if she's just over there doing nothing and I just yell out yes, she knows that there's something in it for her on the other side of that. And dogs are extremely self-serving animals, okay? And once you kind of like teach this way of learning to them, there's always something in it for them at the end. You could get so much out of these dogs. And right now he's in a nice down position, so I'm just gonna continue feeding him and then, yes! And then break him from the position, okay? I'm not telling him to stay at this stage. I'm not, you know, I don't even use a stay command, okay? Because once I ask a dog to do something, after I've taught them and I've built up their ability to have better impulse control, it's like, down. Good. I asked him to down. I don't need to give him 2 separate commands for the same thing. Now he's in a down until I give him the next bit of info. I'm not gonna say down and stay because down means down. Down means stay. Yes! Okay, and that's it. And that's just back and forth, back and forth. Got my little position box here, heavy on the lure, into the position box, into the sit. Yes! First time in that thing. All right, we're not looking for a long duration during that initial learning phase. It's just get them to do it, get them to do it, get them to do it. Start tacking on more duration as time goes on. It's fair. It's the fair way to teach things. I know we're in the era of social media and you're looking at all these finished dogs and you're like, I want that. Motherfucker, you need to work for that, boy. That ain't gonna just come just because you want it tomorrow. You gotta earn that ish. So that's all I got for this video. I'm done. I have one little, we wanna finish the session with a little bit of a jackpot reward, which is like the significance of the session is over. Hey, Moose, yes! Good boy, big celebration. Jackpot reward. That's the rest of the food I have. All done. Session's over. That's what the session looks like right now. A couple times a day. If you don't got 15 to 20 extra minutes per day to do shit like that with your dog, I would start to question, why'd you get one? Or if you start to say things like, oh man, you know, my dog and you're not putting in this type of work on a daily basis, you can't complain because you're doing absolutely nothing to change that. All right, I'm Captain Chad. This is Moosh. This is my motherfucker right here. What a dog. That's all I can say. What a guy. Good session, dude. See you guys in the next one. Leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Peace.